there. This is my second video today because I said in my last one where I was showing my disastrous birthday cake stuff, I said I would do an update after Jackie had come over and all of that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have to say, today actually was a pretty darn good day. I enjoyed the majority of it. If you saw my last video, you saw and heard about my cake disaster. But, I have to say, I ended up having a second piece after Jackie left. And I'll tell you about all that in a second. But it actually wasn't that bad. I have to actually give myself a little bit of credit and think, okay, I screwed up. I screwed up, but it really was not that bad. Excuse me. And while I was waiting for Jackie to come over, my landlady came by. I was, doing some stuff in here and I heard happy birthday to you. And I went to the door and my landlady had come by. She was bringing me a present, which I haven't taken it out of the box yet. It's like a coffee cup or something. And I thought I would take it out and show it to you when I look at it, which I'll do in a minute. But she came to bring this, and I was telling her, I said, well, I made the cake, but, So I told her what happened, and I said, you can have some if you want, but you may not like it. And she said she wanted some, so I cut two pieces, one for her and her husband, and I handed her the plate, and she broke off a piece of the cake without any frosting, and that's the part that was messed up because if you didn't see my other video, I left out an entire cup of brown sugar that was supposed to go in the cake mix. God. Yeah, you watch that video, which will be at the end of this one. It'll have most recent video. There'll be a thing you can click on it and watch it if you didn't. It's actually pretty funny. But she broke off this little piece of the cake without the frosting, and I was like, oh dear. But she bit into it, and she was like, oh, that's really good. And she seemed genuine when she said it, and I was like, well, she could be just being nice. But, she broke off a piece and was like, oh, that is good. And then she broke off some more, and she was sitting there eating it with her fingers on my porch out here. So I was like, well, okay, so she took that, and then Jackie came over. Well, actually, while I was waiting for Jackie, the food arrived because she had actually ordered the food and was having it delivered here. So the food arrived before she did. So they brought the food in, and I was sitting here. I was so hungry because all I had eaten today was that one piece of cake earlier in the day. And so I kept sitting there, and I was smelling the food because she had ordered lasagna, salad, and some French fries. And so it was all sitting here. I was really hungry, and she wasn't here yet. So I started stealing the French fries and was eating those while I was waiting. But then when she got here, we had our dinner and everything, which was really nice. It was very good. And then she said she wanted to try the cake, and I was just like, oh God. And surprisingly, she said it was really good. She actually really liked it. And she was saying that, it was actually good not having all that sugar in it because the sugar in the frosting really did kind of balance it out a little bit because, that frosting is super, super sweet. So, as I was eating my second piece after she left, I was like, really, it really is kind of good because it didn't really need all the sugar that was required in the cake mix to still be edible, with that frosting on there. It was a nice balance, actually. So, I'm actually kind of pleased at how it turned out. I was just in the moment, though, the whole thing that I was going through at the time was just such a nightmare. Seriously, watch that video if you didn't, because I tell you about the nightmarish disasters that were happening as I was trying to make this cake. It was, oh my Lord. But overall, it was okay. But yeah, it was really nice having Jackie over. It was so nice because I spend so much of my time alone. I mean, literally, like it's like 100% of the time I'm by myself, which most of the time I don't mind because I really do like being alone. I'm not somebody who has to have somebody around all the time. I'm perfectly content being by myself. But I do like to, still interact with other people. And so it was really nice to have her over because I haven't had anyone here in a long time. And she was the last person that came over. And that's been, God, I don't even know how long since she actually was here, for any amount of time, not just stopping by to maybe drop something off or take me shopping or something, whatever. So there's Biscuit in the background again. He decides that whenever I'm making these videos, that's when it's the best time to start crying out and making all kinds of racket. What? I don't know. Anyway, well, first I'm going to show you. Jackie brought me something too. Let me show you that because actually this is so cute. She brought me this, and I don't have my glasses on, but let me see if I can turn it around. It's like a little bracelet, and it's a cat. I don't know how well you can see that. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. I really like it. That is really neat. I think that's so pretty. So, and I was surprised because I really wasn't expecting her to bring a gift. I mean, it was nice that she had ordered that food and everything. And it was just so nice. I'm telling you, that was really, really nice. And Biscuit wants to ruin it by being really loud. What? I'm making a video. Do you care? Yeah, I didn't think so. But anyway, that's really nice. I like this. I think that's really pretty, and I really appreciated getting the gift because I wasn't expecting any gifts, and so it really surprised me. It surprised me that she brought that, and it was really surprising that my landlady brought me this, which I'm going to take out now so I can actually look at it. I was going to earlier, but I thought, well, I'm just going to look at it whenever I do my video. And that way we can all see it at the same time. If I can get the box open. I'm not professional at this, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I love coffee cups. Oh, how neat. Oh. Is that a sticker? Or no, that's actually, well, maybe it's a sticker. I can't tell. Or maybe that's just part of the thing. What does this say? Hang on. Let me get my glasses because I can't read this. It says something on here, but I have no idea what. Save the Earth. That's really pretty. That's really nice. That's really cool. Well, I'm really happy to have that because, I mean, I basically only have one coffee cup. I mean, I love the coffee cup I have. It's really cute and it's very me. But sometimes, I mean, it would be nice to have another one. I have one other one that I bought that was specifically for like drinking hot chocolate out of. And it's like a little Christmas kind of mug. Biscuit, don't jump up there because you're going to make a mess. And I've had enough messes for one day, okay? I mean, like, seriously. Oh, God, here he goes. Oh, Lord. I was afraid he was going to knock over my glass. I was drinking some iced tea because I'd made iced tea for Jackie to drink. So she'd have something to drink with her lasagna and stuff. And there was only a little bit left in the pitcher. And considering that I've got very small refrigerator and I'm trying to store the cake in there and then leftovers from the lasagna and stuff because we didn't eat it all, I needed to make room in there. So since there wasn't much of that tea left, I thought, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and drink that because I was kind of thirsty anyway. And so I'm finishing up that iced tea, which luckily she liked because it's Southern style sweet iced tea with lots of ice. Because I made it exactly the way, you know, us Southerners make sweet iced tea. Biscuit, don't move things around. Don't knock this over. Oh, God. I've had enough stress for one day, okay? I don't need any more. I mean, mostly it was a good day. I'm not really complaining because after everything that I went through at the beginning of the day, the rest of the day went fine. You know, I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed here and, you know, mostly did a lot of dishes today. Ended up doing a whole bunch of dishes because I had to, you know, wash up all the pans and everything from the cake. But that's all right. At least I think that I got up all of the splatter that went everywhere, but I won't go into that again because I already talked about that in the last video. So, but I showed the cake in the video and everything, so you can see what it looked like, all, you know, iced with my candles on it and stuff. But yeah, I'm actually pleased at how the day went. I mean, it got so much better once Jackie came over because it was so nice to sit and talk and visit, and she was telling me some really interesting things and told me a really interesting kind of a ghost story about this ghost that she thinks lives in her house. Very interesting, I must say. So that was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. And so now I'm not sure how I'm planning to spend the rest of my evening because there's not a whole lot of it left. Biscuit, sorry this is moving around because Biscuit's rubbing his face all on the side of my tablet. You're very cute. Yeah. Biscuit, please stop. I set this up here so that I'm not holding it and making it do this, you know, while I'm recording. Because that's usually what happens. You know, I'm like holding it and it's like bouncing around and crap. And so I put it on this thing. I've got it kind of like just propped up in a basket with a coffee box behind it and just makeshift thing. Biscuit, honey, what are you doing? I'm trying to make a video. I don't really think he cares. He doesn't. Here he goes. So if it's moving around, it's him rubbing his face on the tablet. Do you need to do that? I mean, like, really? God. Oh, just goes along with the rest of the day, I guess. It's just how it's been. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, I enjoyed the day. I did. And I think, you know, if I ever try to make this cake again, I don't know. Maybe I won't put in that extra thing of sugar. Maybe I'll put in, like, instead of putting in that whole cup of sugar, maybe just put in a half cup more, you know, just to give it a little more sweetness. But seriously, that frosting really did balance it out. I know I'm just rambling about it, but it's my birthday. So, you know what? I'm going to talk about it if I want to. But yeah, and it's actually really quiet today. It's kind of weird because it's Friday and it's like eerily quiet tonight. I don't know why. Even Jackie sent me a message once she got home and she was like telling me that there was like no traffic when she was going home, and she's like, it's Friday night and there's like nobody out. And it's just really silent. I mean, I've got my fan going, so you can probably hear that, but it's just like super quiet tonight. Very weird because it's not normally. I mean, even on regular days of the week, there's like tons of traffic going by all the time. You're always hearing scooters, but there hasn't been that many tonight. I mean, I'm sure there probably will be, but I mean, I hear something now. Yeah, there's something. Biscuit, stop! What are you doing, child? Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I hear a scooter. I think it's the people across the street coming home or something. But yeah, it's super quiet for a Friday night. I mean, it was raining a little bit earlier. Not real bad, but it was raining some. And we did have some thunder for a little while. It was kind of thundering and lightning a little bit, but it never really turned into much of a storm. I thought it was going to. It really wasn't too bad. But I hope it's nice tomorrow because since I didn't go out today, I do need to go out tomorrow for some things. And so I hope that the weather will be nice because when you ride a bicycle and you don't have a car, it's not as fun when it's pouring rain or something and you have to go out and do stuff. But I can. I mean, I have and I do, and I do what I have to do. But I love riding my bike, and I'm actually very glad that that is my mode of transportation because I enjoy it. I seriously enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. And it's just, I don't know, it's really exciting, kind of, whenever I'm going out shopping and stuff, and I've got my little bike baskets and everything. It's like, I don't know, there's something kind of fun about it. So I don't mind it. I just prefer it when it's a nice day. And actually, yesterday, when I went out to go buy get the rest of the stuff for the cake and all, I was just riding along and I thought, man, it's just like perfect weather right now. Yesterday was just glorious. I mean, it was like the temperature was really nice. I mean, it was a little overcast yesterday at times, but that made it not as hot, because it's like normally the sun's bearing down and it gets really, really hot. So it was really just wonderful yesterday. Some days when I go out and as soon as I start to ride down the street, I'm just like, oh my God, this is glorious. It's a wonderful day for a bike ride. And I enjoy it. And it's probably going to be soon that I make another trip into the far end of town because there's certain things that I need to get sometimes that I can't get here locally. So I have to go into the far end of town to get things at other places. And it can be really difficult sometimes when the weather's really, really hot and the sun is bearing down. It can be like, oh man. But on a nice day, oh wow, it's wonderful to make that trip because it's like I enjoy every second of it. I really do. I don't know, there's something so freeing about riding a bike. And I wish more people would do it. I wish more people would try it. It's like, man, when I was a kid, that was one of my favorite things to do. I loved riding a bicycle when I was a kid. And there were many years that I wasn't riding one. It's like, once I got to adult age and I was driving a car, that was exciting for a while, when you first start driving and everything. So, I kind of forgot about the bicycle for many years. But once I moved here, I really wanted another bicycle. And when I first got one, that's where my obsession for pink came. I never used to like pink. I mean, it was never like, I was like, whatever. I didn't really care about pink that much. That was my laptop shutting off. I didn't really care that much about pink. But when I first got my first bike here in Thailand, the choices that were available were not very good because the place I went to in town that sold bicycles only had 24-inch bikes. That was a gecko. They only had 24-inch bikes. And there were 3 color choices: black, neon green, or pink. And so out of those choices, I decided, well, I think the pink is the prettiest one out of the 3, so I'll get that one. And from that moment on, I've been obsessed with pink. I don't know why. Something about that bike just made me absolutely fall in love with pink. And but the bike was too small for me. I have really long legs. I don't even know exactly what my height is because every time I would go to a doctor and they would measure you, they always told me something different. And I thought, I can't be like shrinking and then growing and shrinking and growing every time I go to a doctor. It's like, so I never knew exactly. I'm somewhere around 5'5" or 5'6", but I'm not exactly sure what. But I have really long legs. I have like no waist. There are some people that are long waisted and people that are short waisted. I am very short waisted. I have like rib cage and hip bones. There's like this much space between my rib cage and my hip bones. So I'm all legs. And Biscuit, shut up. What are you going on about? I'm sorry. God, I don't know what his deal is. He's been like this all day. Anyway, I have these really long legs, so a 24-inch bike was just way too small for me. I'm going to have to hold this. I'm going to have to just make more of a disastrous mess. Yay! Oh, God, Biscuit, he's about to knock over my damn tea glass. Oh, God, Calgon, take me away. I don't have a bathtub, so I can't do that. But anyway, yeah, the 24-inch bike was just too small for me. And so every time I would ride it, even though I was enjoying riding the bike, it caused me to have all kinds of knee pain. My knees would just hurt so bad that I could barely ride the bike because it was just unbelievably painful. And I tried adjusting the seat up as high as I could get it and everything. I did everything I possibly could to try to make myself fit that bike, but it was just too small. And so I ended up, having to get a bigger bike. And I thought, okay, a 26-inch bike I think is more appropriate for me. So eventually I got one. And that one was pretty decent, but I tried getting one with gears. And I'd never learned how to ride a bike with gears before. And so I tried with that one, and I was just like, I didn't like it. And actually that bike was, it was more of like a men's bike. And it was kind of like, not really a mountain bike, but whatever. I don't know exactly what kind of bike it was, but whatever it was just not appropriate for me at all. I did not like that bike. And it was blue. It was a really pretty blue, which was what I was wanting to get the first time I bought a bike. I was wanting a blue one, but ended up with a pink one. Then I wanted to get another pink bike and ended up with a blue one. But this bike was just not, it was just not appropriate for me. It was the right size. It was a 26-inch bike, and it had like all these gears and stuff, and I hated it. I just hated it. So eventually I ended up selling that one, and I ordered me another bike that was less gears. It was like a 3-speed or something like that, and I thought, well, maybe I could handle that, but it was a pink one. I didn't like that one either. I mean, I liked it for a little while. It was more appropriate for me as far as like the style of the bike, and I liked that part of it. But I did not like the gears. I hated the gears. I was like, I need a single speed. I'm just the single speed type person. I don't want to change gears. I just want to just ride. And so I ended up getting a bike like what I have now and loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And then when I thought I was moving back to the States, I sold that bike to Jackie because I thought I was going back to America. This was last year. And anyway, and then when I changed my mind about going back to America, then I was like, well, I need a bike again. So I ordered the same exact bike that I had that I sold to Jackie. I ordered another one just like it because I love it. I just absolutely love my bike. Makes me so happy. I mean, it's like even when I look at it, I get, I smile and I'm just like, I love this bike. I did have to change the seat on it though, because the seat that it came with, I didn't like the style of it, and it would give me saddle sores. I mean, it was just not a good seat. So I ended up ordering like kind of a banana seat. Not really. I don't know what you call them. It's similar to like a banana seat where it's like long and skinny kind of, much better, much better. And the seat that I did have was actually, I had ordered a pink one that when I got it, I was actually really surprised. It matched perfectly with the pink bike. I was like, "Oh wow, this is actually the same pink," and it was beautiful. And it was parked out here, and my little cat Lightning, this was before he was actually my cat. He would jump up on my bike and then he would scratch at it and he tore it all up. So I was like, great, I need to get a new one. And of course, I searched and searched. No one had that pink one again. So I ended up getting a white seat, but I actually really like it. I kind of need to get a new one or reupholster it because I've had it now for a year. And, with it being in the sunlight and stuff like that, it's kind of getting a little worn. And I've tried to keep it clean and stuff, but it's, looking a little rough and getting a little rusty because it's got these little rivet things around the back of it. But I mean, I could probably get it reupholstered if I wanted to, but they're not that expensive. I mean, they're really quite cheap. So I'll probably just end up ordering me a new one at some point. But anyway, I don't know how I got off on my bike thing. I was talking about pink and stuff, but anyway, I've rambled on now for 26 minutes, almost 27 minutes. I didn't know I was going to talk this long, but I'm enjoying it. And since it's my birthday, I'm having fun, and I like spending time with y'all, and I appreciate every one of you that's here. I really, really do. And it means a lot to me that you watch my videos, and when you comment and stuff and I can interact with you, I really love that. I appreciate it so much. So I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to be looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be joining Linda on her live stream that she does on Saturdays, because her birthday is today as well. And so we're going to celebrate together on her live stream tomorrow. So I'm going to be joining her live on her channel. Scottish ASMR Blueberry is her channel. And she does a live stream, several days a week. And Saturdays is her flavoring day, where she has, an adult beverage of some sort and sits and chats, with the people in the chat and everything. And so I'm going to join in on that tomorrow, and I'm really excited because I've never done that before, and I think it'll be a lot of fun because I just love her, and I love the people that come in her chat. It's usually the same people all the time, and just really great people. And so I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, okay, I'm shutting up. That's a Southern thing. I'll have to talk about that one these days. It's a Southern thing. And I was thinking about this because of Mary's channel, her Everyday Mary. Somebody was talking about that, how Southerners, we do that. We'll say goodbye and, whatever, and we'll just keep talking and talking and talking. And it's a Southern thing. We'll say that we're going to shut up now or get off the phone or whatever it is. And then we just keep on and on and on. So, yeah, it's a Southern thing. So anyway, thank you all for being here and sharing part of my birthday with me. And I will see y'all again very soon. Bye.